Medical disclaimer. This video is for informational purposes. It does not replace the medical advice of a trained doctor. Seek medical advice before beginning any treatment plan. Hey, welcome back to Mike's Diabetes World. Today, we'll take a look at the pump and see what's happening. We're at 12.7, so following the normal routine. I've had this thought for many years, and that is pairing teenage diabetics with T1D's that have had diabetes for a while. And not to be, oh, I told you so, you gotta do. But to listen, and listen to the issues these teens are having. I was stubborn as a teenager. I just sort of gave up on my diabetes, and everything was fine and dandy. But was I actually hurting myself more? I keep thinking this would work sort of, just get these things out of my way. There we go. Like grandparents. Just to sit, maybe go get a coffee or something, a tea, whatever, and allow people who've had experience with T1D just listen and build on those relationships. Of course, it's going to take a lot of tendering to get it up off the ground. First of all, you're going to have trouble finding type 1 diabetics who are willing to do this. I'm sure it'll be easier to get parents to say, oh, my teenager needs help. It's not going to be it's just sort of like, yes, I've done that type thing, but not sort of like, you have to have tight control or you're going to lose a leg. That really did nothing for me. And I think allowing the conversations to just flow naturally. It can come an awful long way about isolation and help them realize they're not the only ones out there. We tend to always think, yeah, well, no one else is suffering the way I do. Well, surprise, there's probably somebody who's worse off than you. Huh. Think about it. I think this would also help to grow more than a diabetic support group. A lot of teenagers will feel comfortable one-on-one There is support groups for adults. There's support groups for teenagers. And it's sort of like teenagers don't want to be told anything. But maybe if they listen to the stories of the seniors, something will kick in and they'll start realizing how much better they'll feel taking better control. I can remember back when I just got out of high school, the world was going to be my oyster. Everything was great. And now, where am I? What has happened with my diabetes? Was there an easier route for me to get to where I have better control? By no means do I have tight control. You take a look. Just give me a sec here. Let's start the last 24 hours. Does that look like I have tight control? And I'm doing my best and teaching kids, teenagers, young adults to develop and take better care. There would have to be some training with the adults. Back in my day, I had to use But, for example, for myself, I could tell them how easy insulin injections are today than they were when I was first diagnosed. We were still boiling and sanitizing our needles. There was more chances for infection. And I mean, even monitoring is a hell of a lot easier now. And where are these kids going to learn how much better it is today than it was in past years? It's definitely, we'll call them the more mature member of the team, would obviously don't do as I say, do as I do, or training as sort of more of the guide, not so much the teacher. They're getting that from the diabetic nurse. They're getting it from the endocrinologist and their GP. So why would we keep doing this, forcing the team to shut off? I think I would have probably have done better trying to control my blood sugar. Having more support. And this is just another support. And like I said, it's not meant to be a hard-nosed learning tool. But I think it opens people up to One-on-one communication gets rid of isolation, allows the teenager to come up with ideas and bounce them off someone. It does seem that a lot of times there's a lot of information and people, young people, who are sort of beginning to take the reins of their diabetes, all of a sudden are open to so much more out there. And it can be overwhelming. Having someone who's gone through it, who may not always have the tightest control of diabetes, may just allow them to vent. And I think the positive outcome will have better young adults with T1D who are more willing to take on the responsibility of their care. It's just a thought I had. May not be great, may be awesome, who knows? And with that, have a great day. We'll talk later. Bye now. My email is mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com. mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com.